All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Here we go. Go right in. Here we go. Let's bring it. Go to 54. Go to 50. 26.
Ito Smith, his first carry, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike, hey, me and you all day.
On play action, Prescott. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. Prescott on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Ito Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Smith on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's checking. Crash. Mike, 53.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 yards on the play. First down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Don't get nervous. Check 31, check 31.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught right side by Anderson. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. 180! Mike's 56. Not here.
This is Freeman. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! Mike's 56. Right here, right here.
On first down, Garoppolo. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
11. White. Crystal. Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
First down, Prescott. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
47.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first and 10, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Prescott going to come up first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
53, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On second down, here's Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Check. We're going to 54. Wide in.
They run with Thompson, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Dak Prescott with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Jim. 36. Hey, kill. Everybody, kill. Smoke. 53.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll toss it to Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Go, get out there, get out there. 53's Mike.
Smith trying to run for it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5.
53, Mike 53. Here we go. Watch the ship. Here we go, 46. Watch the ship. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Blue down. 26.
Here's Smith. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Hey, watch the slant. 21.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could...
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
There we go. 53, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, here we go. 180! One, Omaha. Let's see what you get. Alpha! 59! Mike's 59!
From the 38, Garoppolo. He's got Green. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 180! 50! I got. Double time. 11. Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo on first down. This is Anderson over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Lock. 11.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Let's go. Here we go.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
and nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Chiefs 27, Broncos 17. Brandon McManus set to kick.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First throw now for the backup lock. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45. Before going out. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
That's it, buddy. We go work.
And the Broncos first down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Here we go, here we go. 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Green with a catch left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Hey, gun.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Hey, alert! Watch out. Alert flare. One, Omaha. Check your hot read. 13.
They'll run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score. Chiefs 27, Broncos 24.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Here we go, 47.
At the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
47.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. Watch the pass.
Throwing, Prescott. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Mike 51.
looking to throw. Prescott. Smith catches left side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. Ricky. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Man out. Zoom. 51 to
Prescott from the gun on third. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Smith, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, kill.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
37-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 21.
The shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 15-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
On second down, Prescott again. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Here's Prescott. On target over the middle to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Here we go. When's the mic? Watch
Prescott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Prescott on 1st down. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Go right in. 51. I'm going to come back to you. Here we go. Kill. Check 26. Check 26. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Smith. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, let's go. I'm coming. 47. SOS. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
51 to mine. Here we go.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Kill.
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got Anderson right side. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson, 48 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.